What's up, guys? Here's Ken on the XJ550, little middleweight sport touring machine with the factory fairing. Looks kind of cool. The original red color, the factory exhaust system, mag wheels. We've got a large service ticket, and this one has just been completely gone through by one of our techs, Billy Blythe. Complete fuel system refresh, new tires on it. What's up?
Hey guys, what's happening? Ken Kaplan here on site on the first floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum, bringing you more classic bikes from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Today, this is a classic 1982 Yamaha XJ550 Seika. Stay tuned, we have 5 other ones. Today is day 4 of the Ride 365 campaign we're on, trying to get out, ride every day this year. So please comment on your journey, how you're doing, how much riding you're doing this year. We're 4 for 4 so far. Back to this bike right here. This is a all-original XJ550 Seika. This bike was one of Yamaha's middleweight sport bikes. It has a twin down tube cradle frame with a dual rear shock suspension. It's a steel frame with aluminum wheels. It's a 4-cylinder, 4-carburetor. Has the YICS, a Yamaha induction control system that gave you 2 extra ports per cylinder. So you had 8 intake ports and 1 common port. So give it a lot of extra fuel mileage and a big high-speed rush horsepower-wise. Just a beautiful piece. It has the original factory sport fairing intact. The front fender, tank, side panels and rear piece are all intact. The side panel is not actually on here right now. It's in the paint shop right now, but it does come with the side panel. Unfortunately, it'll look exactly like this side. Unfortunately, it wasn't done. It's coming back from the paint shop on Monday. That needed to be repainted.
But the rest of the tins are the original paint.
All original. Yep. The exhaust system is in pristine shape. We've got quite an extensive work order on this. As Kenny, I heard overheard Kenny saying, our resident tech here, Billy Blythe, spent quite a bit of time on this. It was actually in his shop for a total of 12 hours, and it was in the detail shop for 12 hours. So we have a 24-hour service ticket with parts totaling, well, $3,000 or $2,996. So quite a bit of work was done on this. Electrically, this bike is a 10. Every electrical function on it works perfectly, as I just demonstrated, and it has a new battery on it. It also has a complete rebuild of the entire fuel system. The gas tank was clean. The carburetors were cleaned and dismantled. It has a new air filter in it. Billy had the carbs off 3 times before he finally got it right. He had them taken down to every final. They're like 150 parts spread out on the bench, so it's no easy task. And that alone, a carb rebuild on a 4-cylinder bike is generally start at around $600. This one was kind of complicated, but he got it done. So the entire fuel system is brand new. It has a fuel petcock on it. The tank's been cleaned out. Carburetors are rebuilt. Throttle cables and choke cable, everything's perfect on it, and it is ready to rumble. The fuel tank inside, again, was cleaned, and the whole fuel system is new. We did a compression test on it. It pulled 135 PSI across the board, indicating the original engine is in excellent condition. It has a brand new rear tire and a brand new front tire has been mounted. These are high-quality Metzler tires that Billy just put on there, and this thing handles like a dream. They're mounted and balanced. The engine oil and filter has been changed. It has new grips on it. And again, the tires are the Metzler Laser Tech tires, top of the line. We've got the title in hand of this bike, and it is in perfect street legal, ready to rumble order. So just going over the service ticket here. A few different things. Yamaha made this bike to be fast and also comfortable. This bike is set up with a standard riding position with the pegs rear set and the bars. These are Superbike bars mounted in the perfect spot with a nice long saddle that was good for 150-mile rides before your butt gets sore. So it's a good long-distance sport touring bike. It was actually, there's Billy right there. We're just speaking the devil. 111 miles per hour top speed, and it was rated for just under 13 seconds, a high 12.25 mile. This is Billy Blythe. So has a 6-speed transmission, about 50 rear wheel horsepower, and the total investment in parts on this bike was about $718, plus the $2,100 we charge $90 an hour for 24 hours labor, so the service ticket was $28.18, $29.96 out the door, so to speak. So just under $3,000. It's bike's sorted right out. Like I said, brand new chain on it, and she's a beauty.
Yeah, there's a cult following behind the middleweight bikes of the late 70s, early 80s. This one's a little screamer. It makes peak power at 10,000 RPMs, and it goes up to 12, I believe. So, used to race these. This is a chain-driven model, dual overhead cam, and the fit and finish is stunning. Original paint on the tank. This isn't one that's been down or hammered on, or a pickle that we turned back into a cucumber. That's the original seat cover right there. Clearly a bike that's been taken care of. The fairing looks something that would have been aftermarket. Personally, I'm not too familiar with the early 80s Seiko models.
That's an original fairing.
That's the original molding, which is quite unique. You don't see that.
Yeah, the molding that goes all the way around. This is original factory fairing, and these two items right here look like lasers or something. These are actually horns. They're an integral part of the design of the bike. So it has a very loud dual horn system. And if you look up close here, the front brake system, the brakes look to be in brand new condition. The calipers are in mint shape. It has a brand new braided stainless line on there. Billy changed the fluid and serviced the brakes also. The fork seals are nice. They're not weeping. There's no rust on the chrome on the forks. I mean, this is an almost 40-year-old motorcycle, folks. You know, to find one with the chrome in mint shape like this, thoroughly sorted out, that someone just put $3 grand into dialing it in is, you know, few and far between. I doubt there's another one this nice for sale in the country right now. Certainly we didn't see any comparable sales online. So the original shocks are in good condition. The turn signals are in nice shape. The exhaust system's intact with no rust holes. The engine cases are mint. Just a beautiful piece. The pegs are in nice shape, and it has a center stand on here. It actually looks real. I think it looks. I don't want to f up our floor here, but it looks really cool sitting on the center stand. But I didn't have a block to put under it, so I didn't want to scratch it. So only 12,600 miles on the original factory gauges. Everything works perfectly on the gauges, and the mirrors are in mint shape too. You want to wrap it up?
Definitely a good store of value right now. The early 80s Japanese sport bikes are, well, they're within reach for the average person. The IRS views these as investments, and that's exactly what they are. You get a good example that's clean like this, and this is something that you could bring to a larger auction or even on our page, and these are going to be few and far between. They are now, and they're even more so a few years down the line. So safe store of value and a fun investment. Use this as a Sunday rider or bring it to a meet, and you're going to have some fun. So no excuses on this one.
That's about it, folks. It's a beautiful original red factory graphics on it, and she's ready to go. So good luck bidding on her. I'm going to put her back in the museum where she belongs for now until she goes to a new home. And as always, God bless America.